I'd like to call the meeting of the Urbana City Council to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr.
Here.
Ammons, Mr. Brown,
Here.
Mr. Jacobson,
Here.
Mr. Madigan,
Here.
Miss Marlin,
Here.
Mr. Roberts,
Here.
Mr. Smythe,
Here.
Mayor Pressing.
Here. First item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, February 20th, 2017.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Ammons, seconded by Jacobson. Any additions or corrections? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion carries. Are there any additions to the agenda? Mr. Ammons.
No, I do not have an addition to the agenda, but I would like to move that the next week, an addition to the agenda for the First Followers reentry program to be able to present to the council in a 10-minute presentation.
And, yeah, second, concur.
Okay. You don't want to make it into a motion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion carries. So they will talk for 10 minutes. Okay, petitions and communications. Anybody have anything they want to say to the Urbana City Council? I do have from Bishop King James and Reverend Evelyn B. Underwood. They do not wish to address the council, but they ask their position on their be recorded that they are continually concerned about the Dr. Ellis subdivision sewer problems. Eldris Melinda Carr does not wish to address the members of the council, but is also concerned about the Dr. Ellis subdivision sewer issues and historic impact. Okay. And we don't have any unfinished business that we're going to deal with tonight. So reports of standing committees, the Committee of the Whole, Eric Jacobson.
So we have a number of items, and I think they're all coming with a motion to approve. First is resolution number 2017-01-003R, which was amended as a friendly amendment and from last time to add a request to the state to boost mental health funding. And on behalf of the committee, I move approval.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jacobson, seconded by Brown. Any other discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin? What'd she say?
Diane, did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Roberts? Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that motion carries.
On behalf of the committee, I move approval of ordinance number 2017-02-009 and ordinance amending Urbana City Code Chapter 25 Legacy Tree Program.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, I move approval of resolution number 2017-02-011R, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a local agency agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation relative to Airport Road, Willow Road to Cunningham Avenue.
Second.
Okay, motion by Jacobson, seconded by Ammons. Would the clerk please call the roll? This is on 2017-02011. We have another one before that, but let's go ahead and vote this one right now.
Okay. Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
It has been pointed out to me that I absent-mindedly skipped resolution number 2017-02-010R, a resolution approving a gas main relocation agreement with Ameren, Illinois Company, North Lincoln Avenue at Olympian Drive. On behalf of the committee, I move approval.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Smythe. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yeah, we want
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries.
On behalf of the committee, I move approval of resolution number 2017-02-012R, resolution to approve an intergovernmental cooperative agreement between the City of Urbana and the University of Illinois in order to collaborate with graduate students from the Illinois School of Architecture in creating visual screening structures to be used in the mini park located at the northeast corner of Broadway Avenue and Water Street.
Second.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Smythe. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
On behalf of the committee, I move approval of ordinance number 2017-02-010, an ordinance approving a redevelopment agreement with Downtown Creations LLC, Crane Avenue West, located at 119 West Main Street.
Okay, motion by Jacobson, seconded by Smythe. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
That motion carries.
On behalf of the Committee of the Whole, I move approval of ordinance number 2017-02-011, an ordinance revising the annual budget ordinance for fiscal year 2016-2017 relative to the Crane Alley West redevelopment agreement, 119 West Main Street.
Motion by Jacobson, seconded by Smythe. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Miss Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Mayor Pressing?
Yes. That motion carries. Are there any reports of special committees?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe.
Yes. On behalf of the UC2B, the Big Broadband Commission, I'd like to let people know what I told council members last Monday, that after a year of work, ITV3, the company doing fiber to the home broadband for the UC2B consortium, has been bought out completely by Countrywide Broadband of St. Louis. The new company will be known as I3 Broadband, and their intent is to expand the fiber network far faster than the previous owners. They're currently in the process of fine-tuning their neighborhood maps and beginning work on their construction plans. We'll know more in a few weeks, and they hope to get some construction going at least by midsummer. This year they're getting a little bit of a later start, of course. They have our new agreement with them does call for them to pass a certain number of premises every year, so there's sort of a guaranteed build-out rate. It's roughly averages about 3,000 residences passed, or residential units passed per year. So in the 6-year agreement that we have with them, we hope to see most of the Champaign-Urbana area wired. So watch for their announcements and sign up when you can. There was a press release released last week, and I don't know if it's on the city website yet or not, but there is a link to it from the UC2B.net website. Thank you. Any questions?
Dennis.
Yeah, and will there be a hookup fee for those individuals who are going to be doing this?
No. As they go through the neighborhoods, that's your chance to get free installation. So that part is done. And for those who signed up many years ago with a $100 or $500 commitment, that commitment will be honored, and your money will go as credit to your account. So you have not lost money. It's still sitting there in escrow, and will get used if and when they wire you, and hopefully sometime in the next few years. But if at any point you want that money back, you can request to get it back.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay, reports of officers. Well, the big news is that we have an interest in the hotel being run by Hilton, so that's very good news. That was in the paper this morning. So we'll have the details on what the financial arrangements would be, so everybody will have a chance to talk about it. That'll be later this month. Is that going to be 2 weeks from now, or what? 2 to 3 weeks from now. Okay, thank you. All right, under new business, we have ordinance number 2017-03-012, an ordinance approving an annexation agreement for 2912 East Main Street, the Urbana and Champaign Sanitary District.
Good evening.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I would, actually. My apologies. My name is Marcus Ricci. I am the new city planner in the planning division. Started in the beginning of November, and this is my first city council meeting. Pleasure to be serving the city of Urbana, and it'll be a good long run. So,
Welcome.
Great to be here. The case before us tonight is a request from the Urbana and Champaign Sanitary District. Let me bring this up. The district has requested to enter into an annexation agreement for a parcel located at the East Main Street and Pfeffer Road, commonly known as 2912 East Main Street. The exhibit is up on the screen, but you've also been given it. It's the parcel in yellow. The agreement will provide for the continued operation and maintenance of an existing sanitary sewer infrastructure and obligate the city to rezone the property from County R2 single-family residence to City IN1 light industrial office upon annexation. A petition has been submitted to the city for annexation, and that should be coming forward to the city council within the next few weeks. The proposed IN1 zoning is generally consistent with the 2005 Urbana Comprehensive Plan, as the subject property is adjacent to land designated light industrial and serves both light industrial and residentially designated land. The property is contiguous to the city and within its extraterritorial jurisdiction. It is currently the site of a district pump station which has operated there since 1970. It was included in the property was included in a 1991 plat of the industrial area to the east here, with deed restrictions in that plat limiting future use to the pump station and prohibiting vehicular access from Pfeffer Road. The zoning that you see, the property is here. There is county residential R2 zoning to the west and city IN1 light industrial to the east, and to the north is residential, as well as this sliver of county Ag 2 land that will be the site of the Kickapoo Rail Trail. The automatic zoning conversion from County R2 would normally be to City R2 according to the zoning ordinance, but that would not permit the utility provider use by right, neither with either a conditional or special use permit. That's why the district is requesting the rezoning to IN1 light industrial under the proposed annexation agreement. The IN1 zoning district permits that utility provider use by right, which encompasses the operation of a sanitary sewer pump station. That proposed zoning designation is also the one designation that allows for the fewest other possibly incompatible land uses. There are several other zoning classifications that they could request, but this would limit the uses as much as possible. The comprehensive plan is shown, and the subject property is kind of straddling the line between residential and industrial, and we've got some community business up here to the northeast. Staff review contends that the proposed rezoning is generally consistent with the comprehensive plan, as it serves both light industrial and residential uses. The owners are requesting annexation to obtain the benefits of city fire and safety protection services and to also provide a zoning district designation that better reflects its use and the surrounding land uses. The benefits of bringing the subject property into the city, including securing critical infrastructure with city fire and protective services, as well as the opportunity to extend an adjacent utility easement which runs along the north line of the East Industrial Center, and that would continue that utility easement further west. The staff review of the proposed annexation and included rezoning determined that it met the requirements set forth in the LaSalle National Bank criteria regarding factors for evaluating the legal validity of a zoning classification for a particular property. So for this case, the City Council has the following options: to approve the proposed annexation agreement, including the zoning designation of IN1 Light Industrial Office by a 2/3 vote of the corporate authorities now holding office, or to approve the proposed annexation agreement, including a zoning designation of IN1, subject to recommended changes, or to deny the proposed annexation agreement. The Urbana Plan Commission did recommend approval of the proposed annexation agreement and rezoning as presented on February 9th, 2017 by a vote of 6 ayes to 0 nays, and city staff recommends likewise. I'm here for questions, and also Bruce Butler is here from the district as well to answer questions.
Dennis?
Yeah, I can understand the desire to do connectivity so you can follow an easement farther west. I guess that's fine. Being property of the Urbana and Champaign Sanitary District, I guess I would assume that this is a property that won't bring any tax benefit to the city, but will just provide utility what protection, I guess is
Correct.
how many times does a pump station catch fire? We don't know, but if the gas ever caught fire, I guess we could put it out just a few more minutes faster. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay, thank you.
On the drawing, it shows a little sliver between the light industrial and the hatch part. Is that just a drafting error?
I believe that's just an artifact of
Okay.
the GIS.
Okay. Anyone? Charlie?
And yeah, it's my understanding all this, the equipment's already there, it's already operational, everything exists. This is just formalizing what's been there.
Correct.
And all we could really basically expect is replacement as time requires, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. I'd move approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Smythe, seconded by Roberts. Any other discussion? If not, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ammons?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
I think I get a vote on that, too.
Mayor Pressing?
Yes. Okay. It was unanimous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.